Yeah, Weeble might be a good one. Let's go back and look at that original ARAI. That one was from earlier this morning. And that one's popping off right now. Arrive AI. Remember that one? ARAI. That one's finally pushing off there. It's up 35%. Not bad. Getting a little bit more boost. Getting some gas in the engine. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kathy. Vicky, good morning. Magdude, good morning. Yes, we had some good ones. Gage, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. BATL this morning was a beaut. I think that's an understatement. ARAI going up at the moment. BATL was up this morning in early pre-market trading. If you were up at 4 a.m. this morning, looking into some trades, BATL has gone up 430%. That was quite nice. Quite nice. BNAI after hours on Friday. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I missed that one because I wasn't trading in after hours on Friday, but popped up nice this morning again too. So some nice runners. This whole month has been beautiful. Kathy Goro, 175 to 180. Good trade. Everett, good morning. So we're going to wait for some press release. We know we didn't really get any good press releases at 7. 7 didn't really feed us anything. And 7:30 didn't either. We didn't get anything good at 7:30. But you know what? This whole month has been insane. This whole month, the whole month of January so far has been just an absolute blessing. And it's just been it's been a good start to the year so far. Let's take a look at BATL. BATL trying to move up some more. What a run on that stock this morning. We had the scanner up this morning at 4 a.m. Eastern time. We had our pre-market scanner up. Discord, I'm sure, was all over that thing. And I know on the pre-market scanner, everybody saw that starting to go. And it's one of the advantages, I guess, of being up for that early morning stuff. But sometimes that's just a little bit too early to be up in the morning, especially when you're on Central Time or West Coast. 4 a.m. is just too. 4 a.m. Eastern is just too early. Your brain is just not ready to go at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's just too early. Too early. Robert, good morning. Good morning. So But if you were up for that early pre-market stuff, you would have saw that one moving. Nothing like a 430% run on a stock before 7:30 in the morning. That's a gift, to say the least. So now we're just going to wait on press releases. We've got some press releases coming here at 8 o'clock. Hopefully there'll be something in there we can use. Ashbu, good morning. Happy Monday morning. Beautiful weekend here in Central Florida. The weekend was amazing. Marky Mark, good morning. I was talking about BATL, Battalion Oil Corporation, BATL. Ran 430% this morning in early pre-market. Lots of time to jump into that one and scalp off easily 80, 90, 100%. That was a good one. But we had a beautiful weekend here in Central Florida. I know you guys up north got hammered. I seen pictures. I had friends sending pictures from up north in northern Indiana and Ohio, and lots of snow, cold, lots of ice, just miserable up there. Snowmobilers are probably loving it. I'm quite certain of that. And guys out there plowing driveways are, I'm sure, appreciating it. That's money in the bank right there when it starts snowing. But down here in Central Florida, it was 80 degrees, 80, it got up to 84 yesterday. 84. It seems so crazy to me that from the top of Indiana to Florida, the temperature can vary so drastically. But I will follow that up with the fact that it's going to get colder again here in Florida. So if you're planning a trip to Florida this week, it's going to be chilly. It's not going to be good beach weather. The lows starting tomorrow, the lows are back down in the 30s. That's not good beach weather. And the highs are going to be like low 60s, upper 50s all week and into the weekend as well. So it's not good vacation weather. It's better than what you have up north. There's no question about it. Much better than that. But if you're coming to Florida to get warm and get on the beach a little bit, this is not the time to come. Definitely not the time to come. It might be a few more weeks, could be another month before the weather warms up enough to consider a little vacation getaway in Florida. It could be a while. The weather is so, in this time of the year in Florida, the weather is so hit and miss. 57 degrees one day, 85 2 days later. It's all over. All over the place. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes. We got the countdown started here. 4 minutes, and we'll get to 8 o'clock press releases, and hopefully we'll be able to give you something. Right after the 8 o'clock press releases, we're going to be headed over to, where, YouTube, to Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. GXAI, I've got that on the screen here. on the right side here, and it's trying, as you can see, it's trying to curl back up again. Very little luck at the moment, though. It's just struggling. Every time it pushes up a little bit, it gets pulled down. But we're going to be headed over. We're there now. We're actually live on Traveling Trade Adventures right now. GXAI back up to 209. Look at that little push. Nice. Had a nice little run up on GXAI here this morning. Around 7:30, we shot up from like a buck 25 to 217. I mean, it really boosted, and now it's back to 222. I think we just hit 228, 233. Good heavens, 100% run. 100% run on that stock. 105. Wow. 108, 110. Yeah, we got to put the hat on. Got to put the hat on. Get a 100% runner, we got to put the hat on. Oh, got the lucky hat on. Oh, my goodness. All right, we got 2 minutes until we get those 8 o'clock press releases. GXAI hit 110, just a little over 110%. We'll see if that's got anything left in it. Not a bad little run on that stock from this morning. $1.16 this morning at 7 o'clock. It was a buck 16. And we just hit 239, up 110%. Here we go. Trapper, 198 to 228 on GXAI. Nice, nice, nice. Eric got it from 190 to 230. Good trade. 190 to 225 for Steve. Hey, some nice, quick little day trades in there. I like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, let's see. How high can GXAI go? What do you think we'll get out of that? 250? Think we can hit 250 on that? We'll see. It's at 232. We wicked up to 239. All right, let's see what 8 o'clock press releases come. SRPT. SRPT announces positive top line 3-year results. SRPT. 6 million public float. So it's got a pretty nice float. It's a $23 stock, just FYI. So that might be out of your wheelhouse a little bit. ASTI is announcing a $25 million private placement priced at market at $5.50 a share. OFAL launches Hearth, a real-world asset tokenization platform, advancing the digitization of institutional-grade assets. CDLX, PAR Technology to acquire Bridge, bringing loyalty and non-loyalty data together for smarter retail restaurant activation. That's on CDLX. 47 million public float. Oh, let's see. GXAI pushing up. Come on, baby. Baby, go, go, go. Hit that 250. That's what we were looking for. Wondering if it's going to hit 250, 249, 255. Boom. Up 125%. Jeffrey, good morning. Carrie, good morning. Lance, 186 to 239. Beautifully done. Kathy, SPHL, back to 610. Wow, what a nice bump on that to 257. Broke through that 250. Pretty strong breakthrough there. That was nice. Oh, let's see. Boy, I got to tell you, we really didn't get anything hot, like really hot at 8 o'clock. Boy, look at that GXAI, 264 we just hit. My gosh. Let's see. HEL. Boy, they're all over my scanners are going crazy right now. Those 8 o'clock candles that we all know about that spike up and down and go crazy at 8 o'clock that we don't pay any attention to, but they're throwing the scanners off like crazy. I got scanners going off like mad, telling me stuff is running crazy and it's not. It really makes it hard to focus in on what is actually important because the scanners are going bonkers. All right. So let's go back and look at SPHL. Back over 6. Let's look at my swing play, ONDS. Talked about a swing play this morning on ONDS. Not treating it as a day trade, treating it as a long swing play. Nothing popping up. ARBE, RB Robotics, ARBE, announces a $16 million underwritten registered direct offering at $1.40 per share. Atos, ONDS coming down, SPHL down, BATL still trying to hang tough, but it's having troubles. So I would say 8 o'clock didn't give us anything. I think that goes without saying. We didn't get anything worth mentioning at 8 o'clock. But we've also got 8:30 coming. So 8:30 might, and there might be a press release that pops in here between 8 and 8:30. That's very common. It's not uncommon at all. So we're just going to keep our eyes open. Jerry says CXAI. Didn't we look at that one? That one popped. CXAI. Little pop up there. Looks like it might try to push up a few pennies here for us. Nothing at 8 o'clock so far. NAMM. Not really doing anything. Not looking real adventurous yet with that one. GXAI. Is it going to make that big push back over 250? USAR making a curl back up. Nice curl back up there on USAR. USA Rare Earth Inc. USAR. A lot of people trading that one. GXAI back at 240s, back in the 240s. Looking for it to break 250 again and really take a big, huge run at $3. Man, that would be just beautiful. Got it up 116% so far. Come on. Give us that big boost. Reason for swinging ONDS. I like the company. I think it's a company that's going to grow. They've got a pretty unique and cool product. I think they're just financially poised for growth and really just like the company. I think there's a lot of room for growth there. And like I said, it's not a quick day trade for me. It's going to be a longer hold. Now, I'm in at I'm in at $12.13 on ONDS. 12.13. So having said that, if it drops to 12.13, even though that's my swing, it's a swing trade, if it drops back down there, I'm out. Because if it drops a little bit lower, I might want to buy back in again and get a little bit better position. So even though I plan to hold it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and make a real nice swing trade out of it, if it drops down to 213, I'm out. I'm not going to hold it and let it drop below my buy-in. That's not good strategy. So if it drops, I'm out. So as long as it stays above that 213, or excuse me, 1213, as long as it stays above that, I'll continue to hold. If it wants to drop below, I'll sell and see if it's going to find a bottom someplace and maybe pick some up again at a little bit lower price. All right, it is about 8:13. We've got 15-ish minutes until 8:30 press releases. Boy, these candles, I hate this 8 o'clock candle stuff, man. It drives me crazy. Terry, you like that hat? That's my little, that's my beachcomber hat. Keeps the sun off my face. I know, I look like a dork in this hat, but one of the beautiful things about being me is I don't care. I don't care how much of a dork I look like. Let's see. Panama. What's happening with ONDS? I don't think there's anything happening with it. Just a stock, one of my picks for a swing trade is all. Nothing special about it. It's just a stock that I think over time is going to go up in value. Barring any weirdness from the company, like an offering, companies do that kind of crap. So barring any nonsense from the company, I think it's going to go up. Just personal opinion, not financial advice. OCG climbing slowly. Theramun announces expanded role as super validator on Canton Network. EVTV. Remember that one? EVTV. And Azio AI announced delivery and installation of a 40-foot immersion-ready AI data center container. Whatever that is, that's on EVTV. 4 million public float, it's up about 10% on that press release. EVTV. Now, if ONDS, if they throw out an offering, they're going to destroy the share price and my swing play goes to heck. So it's something I'll have to keep a real close eye on, keep an eye on the news, and hopefully they won't do anything too silly. But I think it's poised to go up in price, so I'm going to count on that and see what happens. You guys can agree or disagree, but I'm going to give her a shot. I think it's undervalued, and I think it's going to go up. Okay, EVTV still at that 10% mark. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Relatively low. Oh, look at that, 23%. Huh. Did anybody go look at EVTV? ONDS, my little ONDS curling back up. We'll keep an eye on it. Jimbo, Simply Wall Street, says it's 63% undervalued on ONDS. Did you get to the RV show? No, I didn't go to the RV show this year in Tampa. I'm going next year. I will be there next year and creating content next year at the RV show. So I will be there next year. Look at EVTV, now up 36%. Stevie Ray grabbed it at 218. Brett, I was looking at ONDS. ONDS. Again, not financial advice, just my own personal opinion that the stock is undervalued, and I think it's poised to go up in the next couple of weeks to a month. So I'm going to hold it as a swing play. I'm in at $12.13. And as I mentioned, if it drops back down to that $12.13, I'm out. Regardless of where I think it's going to go in the next couple of weeks to a month to 2 months, I'm out. If it hits my buy-in, I'm out. And if it drops a little lower, then I'll pick up some more at a new price with a little bit lower average. But as long as it stays above that, I'm going to hold on to it and see where it goes. EVTV now up 51% for those of you that went and looked at that. Bob, 210 to 259. Beautifully done. Beautifully done, Bob. Beautifully done. Stevie Ray says, good call. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right. It is time for us to leave TikTok, and we're going to YouTube. So if you'd like the 8:30 press releases, which is about 10 minutes from now, pop over to YouTube and search for Traveling Trade Adventures. That's where we're going to be at. Traveling Trade Adventures. That's the YouTube channel. Okay? That's where we'll throw out those 8:30 and 9 o'clock press releases. We just hit 60% on EVTV. So that is doing well. Pinky, 214 to 288 on EVTV. Pinky says, boom. That's what I say too. Boom. Magdude says, oh my God, I love you, man. Just made a quick 320 bucks. Isn't that nice? Early morning. Terry, 213 to 315. 90% out. Love it. All right. So meet us over there on Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube, and we'll give you out the 8:30 and 9 o'clock press releases over there. TikTok, you guys have a great day. Stay warm. If you're up north, stay warm. If you're down here in southern or in Florida, it's still warm, but it's going to change. Tomorrow it's going to get cold. So get those blankets, make sure you got plenty of food, and get that shovel out and start shoveling that snow up there. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be live in after hours, but only on our website on Zoom. We do Zoom every morning, every after hours, unless I've got an appointment or something. We do after hours at 4 o'clock because press releases come out at 4 o'clock as well. So we got to go live on Zoom, and you get that through the website, wolfpackcommunity.com. And also, I want to point out, be careful of the fake profiles. I've been getting notifications from folks that there's some fake Wolfpack Community TikTok profiles that are reaching out to people and trying to strike up conversations about their trading and have they thought about other trading platforms or cryptocurrency or any of that kind of stuff. Stay away from those people. Always remember, I do not reach out to anybody about anything. I don't reach out to people just blindly and say, hey, how's it going? How's your trading going? I don't do that. Not on TikTok. I don't do that. So if you have a weird Wolfpack Community profile reaching out to you, it's a fake one. So be careful because they're scammers and they're trying to get money out of you. So I'll see you guys on TikTok tomorrow morning, 7:45 right here. If I don't see you on the website this afternoon or on YouTube. You guys have a good one. God bless. Magdude, I sent you 2,000 likes and shared your TikTok. I hope you made at least $1. Well, I made on TikTok 13 cents. I made 13 cents on TikTok. So old Jeffy boy's raking in the cash. Jimbo. In pre-market, Jimbo, I just keep an eye on it. Since you can't do stop losses in pre-market. Now, when the market opens, I will put in a stop loss so that if it drops down to my buy-in, I'm out. But during pre-market, I just have to visually just keep an eye on it and see where it's going. Because during regular trading hours, I turn off my computer, I walk away from it, and I'm not around during regular trading hours. Unless there's a day trade that I happen to hold through the open, I'll stick around and watch it for a little bit and until I get out. But then I shut everything down and I don't pay attention to it. So I have to have a stop loss in there for sure. Well, let's take a look at that EVTV and see how that did. Wow, look at that! Look at that run there from $1.73 up to $3.17. That was quite a nice little run there, wasn't it? That was a nice pop. Let's see, AREC. Let's see, we got some press releases popping here. EVTV, collaboration, local programs. Reactor showcases gold. EREC. Lithium. I'll give you this one. AREC. AREC. American Resources Electrified Materials commences initial 2026 shipments of end-of-life lithium-ion batteries, advancing the U.S. circular critical minerals supply chain. It's a bit fluffy. Vox, Equox, CNEY. CNEY, we have that listed as a microfloat. CNEY, they have received a NASDAQ delisting determination for their minimum bid price deficiency. So they've gotten a letter. And they are not eligible for an extension period because the company enacted a reverse split within the last year. They did a reverse split on January 19th of 2024 and a 1-for-25 split on May 19th of 2025. Resulting in a cumulative 1-for-750 reverse stock split ratio for their ordinary shares. So they're out of compliance and they're not going to be given an extension. Which means they're probably going to be delisted and heading over to the OTC market. And that's on CNEY. It's down 20% right now. So they've done several reverse splits, and they have a very low float, like crazy low float, but 696,000 public float, which is crazy low. That's a nice, really nice micro float. But might keep an eye on that one. I'm going to mark that one down. They got that delisting notice, and I'm wondering if that might get pumped. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm not saying I'm buying any right now. Don't, heavens no. But I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Okay, let's see what we got popping up here. BATL, we know about that one. BATL, we knew about that one running this morning. They just put up, announced their operational update. BATL. GITS, Global Interactive Technologies, announces an agreement with ATEEZ for an animated feature theme song. Yeah, seems a bit fluffy, but it's got a 2.4 million public float, so it might get a little action. Let's take a look at BATL. Trying to curl itself back up. Let's see. EVTV, AGI, Investors Day, Percentage Department away from Board of Directors, AREC, shipments, West PR, CNPG. Let's look at DEVS, DEVS. Not seeing much price movement there. Southern Energy Renewables and DevStream agree to a binding term sheet for a 3-party merger. DEVS. Just not seeing a lot of action there yet, but keep an eye on that one. DEVS. This one has a 1.5 million public float. SAFX, Southern Energy Renewables, and DevStream agree to a binding term sheet. So SAFX is part of that press release that I just mentioned to you, and it's up 18%. Devs is down 4%. But SAFX, that's part of that, is up 19%. Fourth quarter, BMDM, BDMD. ELOG, BBW, SATL, CNEY. Let's see where, let's take, so Dev's getting pulled down on that merger news. SAFX, it popped and then also got pulled down. Now it might bounce here. SAFX, we'll watch for the bounce here. Watch for the bounce. And while we're here, I want to look at that CNEY. Under no disillusion that this stock is going to pop today and run or do anything crazy. Just curious. It's a micro float stock that has gotten a delisting notification because they're under the $1 minimum bid price rule. And because it's a micro float, I'm wondering if it might get, a bit of a dead cat bounce, or what they call the bankruptcy bounce, or, the delisting bounce. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to keep an eye on it and see where it goes. Ruru EVTV from 209 to 309. Nice trade. All right, let's go back and look at EVTV. Got that nice quick bounce back up over $3. Let's see if it'll climb any higher. Be nice to get 100% run out of that one as well. Your ONDS broke down below what? I'm seeing it right now at 1217. Let me look at it here on the 5-minute. We'll watch it on the 5-minute chart. Remember, I'm in no big hurry on this stock, on this ONDS. This is not a panic day trade, quick in, quick out kind of a trade. I'll be quick out if it drops below my buy-in for sure. And I'll be looking for a better buy-in. But just a quick 30, 40 cent spike is not going to prompt me to sell like it would on a day trade. Now let's take a look at EVTV. Got it to bounce up there to, what do we wick up to there? 314 real quick. Got it on the 5-minute chart now, if you're wondering. Let's see, E-log, file 6K. Looks like we've had some good trades on that one. MBAI. Regain compliance. M is in Mary. BAI. They just put in a SEC filing talking about regaining compliance with the shareholder equity rule. Now let's go back and look at BATL. BATL, got this one on the 5-minute chart. Looks like it's holding up pretty good. It's holding up okay. EVTV is as well. I really want that one up over 100% though. SPHL, hugging that buy-in line, hugging it pretty tight. So we'll hold. I'm going to continue to hold there. As long as it's holding tight, I'll hold on. EVTV, come on, bump up there, 315. It's up 60%. $315. Goro, Goro. We watched that one run up this morning a little bit too. Gold Group Mining to buy Gold Resources Corporation in a $372 million deal. Terry's waiting on $3.30 to get out of EVTV. Let's hope that runs right up there. Watching on the 5-minute chart, if you're curious. For those of you on Zoom, this is the 5-minute chart. And on EVTV, NAMM, the one we talked about a little bit earlier, it's consistently been pushing up. 325 now. We're up 65% on EVTV. One more big push. We should hit that 330. Spread this out just a little bit. Come on, baby. Let me spread it out just a little bit more. There we go. There's that 330 right there. We almost got there, Terry. 325. We wicked up to 325. You're really close to getting that out. Carrie, you have a great day. NAMM still trying to push up. This one's had a nice push here since 8 o'clock this morning. We need one more big push on that EVTV. I'm pretty excited to see it hit that 330 for you, Terry. Pretty excited. Watching ONDS. Mental stop loss at 1210. I don't want to panic just because it gets down to that line. I don't want to panic in case it bounces back. I've got a 3 penny stop on it, so I've got a pretty tight stop loss there. Goro up 18%. BATL. Let's go back and look at that one real quick. That's getting ready to pop off. We just hit 606. That was up 430% this morning. I'm really curious to see if it'll get back up there again. It's up 357% right now. Watching, I got EVTV here on the screen for you on the right-hand side, waiting for that big push up, and BATL on the left. Wondering which one of those is going to rip off here and go screaming. If either one. MTEK, MTEK, Maris-Tech and Sidus Space achieve integration milestone for the LizzieSat-4 mission. Seems a bit on the fluffy side. Did ONDS have news? No, they did not. It's just a stock that I ran across early this morning that I did a little bit of research on, and I think it's undervalued. So as a swing play, I think it'll go up in time. I just want the best possible entry that I can get. So I tried it there at 12.13. If it drops to 12.10, I'll take the out and try to position myself for a little bit better entry. Come on, EVTV is really trying, isn't it? I look like Jethro. That hat like that. BMRC. Looks like we got an 8K filed. Nothing there. ELOG wins a $13 million wind farm contract. All right, getting close to taking an out here on ONDS. We've got EVTV still wanting to climb. Man, I want that thing up to that 330 mark for you, Terry. We just hit 322. It really wants to get up there. Yeah, I feel tons better than I did last week. I'll tell you that. Makes you look stinking rich like Al Capone. Candace, good morning. I missed that one. The one and only Vicky. Good morning. Well, we just hit 322. Let's keep an eye on ONDS here. May have to take the out. Watching. 317. Come on, baby. INMD. INMD. The stock is on the rise this morning on talks that it is going to be acquired by a foreign investment fund. Boy, that ONDS is floating right at that 1210, 1211, 1212 area. This is where I want to see the bid suddenly start rising and get away from that 1210. 325, 326. Here you go, Terry. We're going to smack it for you. 326, 327, 329. Here comes that 332. Boom. Look at that. Up she went. 71%. 72%. 335, 336, and it is not stopping. 374%. What a great call on that one this morning. Nice. 75. Wow, we hit 340. Little bit of patience, Terry. Patience paid off. Looking for 330, and we hit 342. Up 75% on that press release. Watching ONDS at the same time, trying to keep my eyes on two spots at once here. I've got my sell ticket ready on ONDS. Sell ticket is ready to go. 345. Just in case it drops on ONDS. Got my order ticket up on the screen ready to punch it. EVTV up 72%. Back to 341. Well, this thing's all over the place. Nice low float on that. 4.4 million public float. So it's got a really nice float to work with. Beautiful. Beautiful. How about our BATL? Back to 631, up 390%. We had it up 430% earlier this morning, just in pre-market. $642, 396%. Come on. Let's create a new high on here. Let's go for 500%. We're going to dream. We might as well dream big, right? We've got 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes until those 9 o'clock press releases come out. Hopefully you can stick around for just a little bit longer and get those. 393%. %, 96, 97, 98, 400% again. We got about 30% more to go to break that high. Mark needs 710. Mark is looking for $7.10. And we weren't far from that this morning, Mark. Were we? We hit 680 earlier this morning. So it's well within reach. It's well within reach. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. Appreciate that very much. We were shooting for 300 subscribers by the end of January. That was my goal. And I think I might be pretty darn close. I think I might have hit it before the end of the month. I think it was at like 297 this morning. So we might have hit it this morning. It's hard to say. What a nice run on these stocks this morning. Gosh, this whole month, man, the whole month has just been a blessing. I mean, just so many beautiful, beautiful runners. We hit 668 here on BATL. Earlier, we were at 680. I think we can do it again. I think we can get it up over 7. Look at NAMM. Remember that one from earlier? 419. Look at these runs on these stocks. Pennies are just crazy. 425. Look at that CNEY. Remember that micro that I told you I wanted to keep an eye on? Just popped from 62 cents to 72. Again, I'm not expecting anything huge on that. I'm not expecting a big, massive run by any stretch of the imagination. But I was really curious if it was going to get that delisting bounce where somebody could pick up some on the bottom down there and make a decent trade out of it. But I'm just watching. I'm not getting into it. I'm not buying any. I'm just on the sidelines as an observer because I like to study and see how stocks react to different kinds of news. Even though I'm not in them, I still use them as a study and see how stocks at different prices react to different kinds of news on different days of the week with different floats, and take notes and learn a little bit. Never too old to learn. NAMM for Bob, got it from 360 to 430. Nice little trade there, Bob. That's a good trade. Nice. Nice. Now let's take a look at NAMM. 451. Good heavens. Anybody? That thing might go to 5. Good grief. Told you pennies have been hot, man. This week is no different so far. We're starting Monday off pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. We just hit 451 on NAM. NAM Minerals, NAMM. Got EVTV over here struggling. BATL getting pulled down a little bit. Let's take a look at GXAI. That was a good runner from earlier this morning. GXAI had a nice little run on that thing. You got 110% out of that stock. All right, we've got a couple of stocks that are coming off of reverse splits this morning, but let me go through the 9 o'clock press releases with you first. NVVE, Microfloat. NVVE, Microfloat. Enters into a framework agreement with Capture Energy and purchases first 3 battery energy systems for its Danish projects. NVVE, it's a microfloat. Now, how many of you went and looked at it the second I said microfloat? How many? When I say microfloat, your ears should be perking up. up over 110%. Wow. God, I love the Wolfpack. Oh, shoot. Pinky got it from 289 to $5. Boom. Ken, 349 to 525. Oh. When you hear the word microfloat, your ears should perk up and you immediately should go look at it. Whether the news is good, bad, indifferent, great, what it doesn't matter. When you hear microfloat and there's a press release attached to it, as soon as you hear microfloat, you should be typing that ticker into your chart immediately just to look, just to be sure, because you never know. Those things can go so fast. Boss, 372 to 507. Nice. Pinky, have I told you lately I love you? Oh, handing out free money, baby. I got it on a 5-minute chart. Okay. All right, we've got a few stocks that are coming off of reverse splits today. So you may not be able to trade them right away. You might have to wait an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Some platforms will start trading on them quicker than others. But anyway, here's a list of stocks that are coming off a reverse split today and will start trading post split numbers. LRHC, if you're making a list, LRHC, XXII, CISS, GRI, PCLA, and MTEN. 6 of them coming off a reverse split this morning. So those are all going to have really low floats. And if any of them happens to put out some news, let's see, like GRI put out news this morning at 8:30 about a patent. They got a new composition of matter patent. Now, CISS put out a press release at 8:26 this morning, but it's just an update on their tanker sector. Nothing big news, not anything huge. LRHC put out a press release this morning at 9 o'clock, reports their recent cash burn reduction of approximately 25%. So they've decreased their cash burn by 25%. But those 6 are coming off a reverse split. So if you look at those 6 on a chart somewhere, it might show that they're up 1,000%, 2,000%. In the case of MTEN, it's up 14,000%, but that's just because of the reverse split. So don't let that fool you and thinking, oh, this thing's up crazy. It's not really up that much. But so they're all going to have really low floats. So it could be some potential good runners in one of those. But anywho's. MTEN. Yes, MTEN. That was that's probably the biggest reverse split. But those should all have either micro floats now or really close. No matter what, they're going to have really low floats, really manageable, good floats. But like I said, you may not be able to trade them. You may not be able to trade them on Webull. You may not be able to trade them on E-Trade or Robinhood. But anyway. So SPHL now up to 630. Okay, so that was, I guess, in the show. Y'all stay warm, stay safe out there shoveling. MKDW, is that being released today, this morning? Be safe out there shoveling snow. I know it's cold out there. Bob's got 18 inches of snow where he's at. Oh, that's a bunch. That is a bunch. SPHL. What are we doing here? 639 on the ask? Huh. Microfloat. What do you know? Boy, that NVVE was a popper right off the bat, man. Kaboom. I mean, it went up over 110% quick. That was so sweet. So sweet. BATL this morning over 430%. GXAI over 110%. NVVE over 110%. He was quick. Quick. And EVTV was a pretty good run on that stock, on that news. We didn't get 100% out of it, but by golly, that thing went up nice. That thing went from $1.77 to $3.45. It had a nice move. I wish it would have went 100, but can't get 100 on all of them, I guess. Can't get what we want. You can't always get what you want. You get what you need. Arch, good morning. Don, you have a great day. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. We'll see if we get a couple of press releases that pop in here between now and 9:15. We'll see if anything pops. We're going to be live again this afternoon, but only on the website. On the website. On Zoom. Zoom. And hopefully you'll be able to join us one day on Zoom. We go live at 6:45 in the morning on Zoom, and that goes until about 9:30. And then we pop in on TikTok, we pop in on YouTube, but Zoom is nonstop for the whole time. And you get all the press releases there. And we look forward to having you there with us. And once I hit the road in the RV, our live streaming here on Traveling Trade Adventures is going to be not just in the mornings with live streaming, but also I'll pick a couple of days here and there in the afternoons where I live stream from the campgrounds, wherever I'm happen to be boondocking or camping or whatever. Should be a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. And I'm anxious to get on the road. I'll tell you that. I'm so over the cold weather up north. I want to get up there and travel. And there's so many places to see, but man, we're getting hammered up north there with all that snow and ice and cold, and just looking forward to that disappearing. It'll come quick enough, I guess. Spring will be here before we know it. It always is. It always sneaks up on us. And let's take a look at NVVE. I want to see if that's moving back up. This is the 5-minute chart on NVVE. You can see spiked up beautifully. Oh, did it ever. Pulled back, and now it's kind of floating around here. We'll see if that gets a good play. It might get some play at 9:30. We might get that to push back up over 4 and take a run at 5 again before 9:30, but feeling like it's not likely to happen. Pinky says account is up 4.86% today. Your total account, Pinky? Your total trading account? Wow. That is amazing. That's very, very nice. Very special. Entire trading account up 4%, 4.8, almost 5%. That's a nice climb, a percentage in one day, one trading day. BGL announces first minting of standard gold coins. That's on BGL. LGVN. Long Evren announces FDA grants a Type C meeting ahead of a data readout for a pivotal phase 2. So they've got a meeting with the FDA for the reading of data on a pivotal phase 2 clinical trial. LGVN. It's a 60-cent stock. It's got 16 million public float, and it's up it's bouncing between 9 and 15%. It's really all over the place. NVVE is getting pulled down really quick. Boy, I'm glad we was on top of that right off the bat, off of that press release. If you hesitated too long on that one, that did not play out well. That was a quick first 5-minute kind of a trade and then done. going to be listing a home this weekend that someone committed suicide in. Going to have to list it below value. Oh my goodness. You have to disclose that too, don't you? Or don't you? Or is that just a common courtesy thing? I always wondered about that. All right, let's go back and look at EV TV. It's trying. All right. Well, that is a great increase in your total portfolio going up almost 5% just in one day. That's really special. All right. Well, we've got about 22 minutes, 21 and a half minutes here till the market opens. I'll be on Zoom this afternoon at 4 o'clock for anybody that wants to join us at 4 for after hours. I usually do an hour in after hours from 4 to 5 because I have found historically that between 4 and 5 is when most everything comes out. If something hasn't come out by 5, it's probably not. Yeah, once in a while a press release will come out at 6:15 or 6:30 or 7. It happens, but most of the time it's just dead quiet. Once 5 o'clock is done, the press releases dry up. So I go from 4 to 5 and see what happens. But we'll be on Zoom for that. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. Hopefully we got it pushed up over 300 this morning. That'd be great. All right. Thank you for all the watch time on the videos. I appreciate that very, very, very much. I had a goal of hitting 1,000 watch hours on my videos on Traveling Trade Adventures by the end of January. And we have exceeded that. We have gone over 1,000 already. So much appreciated. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. And keep it going. Keep her going. I appreciate it. We're gonna be a big deal someday. One of these days I'll be able to say, you know what, I'm kind of a big deal. I'm kind of a big deal. Hey, I made 13 cents today on TikTok, so you see where this is going. This is that we're just rolling in the money. Oh, I got hat hair now. We are rolling into cash. EVTV trying to go up. Doesn't look like we're going to get any press releases between now and 9:30. I don't think that's going to happen. Freeze warning just issued. For where? I got to look at that. Freeze warning Can't be for us. They wouldn't do that to me. I'll be darned. Freeze warning for here. Mind you, it was 84 degrees yesterday. It was 84 yesterday. It was almost 70 this morning at 3:30 in the morning when I got up to turn on the scanner. And they're already saying tomorrow at 12 a.m. until the following Tuesday. Freeze warning. Isn't this weather just crazy? Just crazy. How do you go from 84 degrees and 2 days later you're getting freeze warnings? Oh, gosh. Jim, how long have you been on TikTok? He's a legend in his own right. Yeah, I'm a legend in my own mind. I'm going to be somebody some days, doggone it. You just watch. I'm going to be somebody. Oh, gosh. Well, YouTube, I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully, we get to see you on Zoom this afternoon at 4. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning for sure at 7:45. 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Always remember it's Eastern Time. Everything's on Eastern Time. Terry, you have a great day, my friend. I'll see you in after hours somewhere. LGVN, the one with the Type C meeting with the FDA, it's up 14%. Well, we got a couple of good ones in there. We had 3 stocks that went over 100%. One of them went over 430%. So this has not been a bad morning. We've had a good one. Pinky, you have a great day as well. Looks like the Wolf Pack is all signing off as we approach 9:30. NAMM, have you guys been watching that? I'm sure you have been. We just hit 465. That's been a good one. Thank you for double tapping that screen, throwing those hearts up there. That's kind of cool. I do appreciate it. I'm going to enjoy one more day of warm weather here. Looks like the high today is about 67 degrees. So starting to cool down. Starting to cool down a little bit. High here tomorrow is 54 with a low of 29. Wow. Wednesday, high of 58 with a low of 29. This is Florida now. This is Central Florida. Thursday, high of 62 with a low of 30. This week's going to be cold. Mornings are going to be really cold. Not as cold as you guys are getting it. I understand that for sure. We just hit 465 on NAMM for those of you following along. For those of you following along in your notebook, we just hit 465. Better get them long johns out, JR. I think I'm going to have to get the old long johns out and get ready in the morning. Jim, CRML and USAR both moving up. Thank you, Jim. Going to have my long johns and some hot coffee for the rest of the week. NAMM just hit 467. We're crawling up, coming into open here. NAMM. Nice climb on that stock. 5-minute chart looks amazing. 5-minute chart looks really good. All right, 30 seconds. You guys have a great day. God bless. Keep them green. If you get green, keep them that way. Don't get greedy. Don't try to hold out for the moon. Lock in that profit. Slowly build that account up over time. Eventually, you'll have some big money in there where you can go heavy on something and really make that big money. But it takes time. You got to build that kind of a trading system up over time, over a long period of time. Don't try to do it all at once. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Let me look at BATL. Maybe we get that to climb to $8. Who knows? So everybody have a great day. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Wolfpack, I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And until then, keep them green, please. You guys have a great day.